This program is underwritten by the generous support of Stored Tech, technology solutions for computers, networks, and phone. Stored Tech, your technology, our passion.
To be successful in today's business climate, it's more important than ever to partner with a technology company who can provide a comprehensive portfolio of voice data and video services and equipment. With over 50 years experience, Stored Tech is ready to assist you with all phases of planning, designing, budgeting, installing, and maintaining your communications and technology infrastructure, allowing scalability as your business grows and changes over time. Stored Tech, your technology, our
Call the town board meeting to order. It's a regular town board meeting. It's August 17th, 7 p.m. in the Activity Center. Would you please all join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance? Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, thank you. Welcome. Our first item on the agenda is a set of public hearings, and they are public hearings on establishing the number of units in given sewer districts. So if you would read the first one, we'll have the public hearing on the first one.
Resolution adopting
Caroline.
Queensberry Consolidated Sanitary Sewer District Benefit Tax Roll for 2016.
Okay, so we have a public hearing on the Queensberry Consolidated School District, or district, sewer district. I say that because we're going to have that one, Route 9, South Queensberry, and West Queensberry. Those four sewer districts and number of units. Any member of the public wish to come forward, please do so.
Thank you, Mr. Stroud. For the record, my name is John Salvador. You will recall at the last meeting I requested to get information concerning the fund balances that the town was carrying.
Yes.
And I asked Ms. Tierney for that information, and you wouldn't believe, within a half a day, she produced it.
Yes.
Just like that.
Yes.
Push of a button.
I told you.
Good.
Come on in, I'll take care of you.
Now, the Queensberry Consolidated Sewer District. I presume that this force main bypass project has been completed?
Yeah, you're talking about the one on Broad Street,
No, the
Hudson?
the 10 bypasses we put in on
Oh, on
force.
Meadowbrook. Meadowbrook and Bay and Quaker Road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I presume that project's finished. I see them cleaning up everything and
Yeah.
all the materials are collected.
Yeah, I imagine that would be in the district that it's in, probably the Queensbury Consolidated, but,
Yeah,
you know, budgetary and money matters haven't been set yet. This is just number of units in that district right now.
Okay, but
We
the-
will have another
I'm going to get to the benefit.
public hearing for that.
The benefit. Is that the only district that will benefit from this work? The next item is the Route 9 sanitary sewer. That dumps into the consolidated sewer. Okay?
Well, Chris Harrington is here and he can better answer your questions than I can. So what's your specific question?
Well, we financed $1 million project.
It's $1 million project.
Is that going to be, the cost of that going to be distributed over the benefactors, that is two different districts, or just the one district that that project is in?
See, Chris, nodding his head, yes, it will be spread over all the districts.
Is he in here? All right. Okay. It will be. And when will that be?
When, I will have Chris come right down after you're done and maybe address your questions as well as give an overview of that.
Okay, well, we'll do
I
that.
didn't see him out there.
We won't have a chance to talk about the budget
Well, yeah, you will.
Yeah, as a part of the town budget, but
No,
not the
no,
sewer.
no, we will have separate resolutions talking about the budget for each one of these. This is just setting the number of
Okay,
units.
so there will be a budget hearing on each of those districts?
Yes,
Okay, good.
yeah.
I'd just like to add that this document I got shows that you are, as of January 1 this year.
And this
Does
deals
not
with the
include-
Queensbury Consolidated Sanitary Sewer District.
Yeah, I'm speaking from the fund balance. As of January 1 this year, not counting 2015, you have a fund balance in the Consolidated Sewer District of over $700,000.
In Queensbury?
Just that one district, the Consolidated Sewer District, of $737,000. And that fund increased from 2013 to 2014 by 73, almost $70,000.
Yeah, I know that's your point of interest, but, you know, this is only about the number of
Yeah.
units. So
Okay.
does that have anything to do with the number of units in this district being proposed?
Uh,
We will have budgetary discussions on this sewer district,
Okay.
but this is the number of units. Do you have any concerns about the number of units being proposed?
On the Route 9 one, I do.
All right, well, we'll do them one at a time, but, okay.
Do I have to get up and come back?
Yeah, let Chris come down and kind of give us an overview. Thank you. All right,
Evening, gentlemen.
kind of the water and wastewater.
Wastewater. Yeah, Mr. Salvador is correct. We will distribute the sewer bypass project amongst the Route 9 sewer district and the Queensbury Consolidated Sewer District. And the way I did it, I was mentioning the engineering report I did about 2 years ago. We're going to use the units, how many units Route 9 has, how many units Queensbury Consolidated has, and that's how we're going to apportion it. The sewer bypass job is near completion. It is substantially complete. I had the final pay application of $350,000 the other day. They were on punch list. They have several items they need to straighten up before I sign off on the project. The project is probably going to come in well within the bond resolution amount. So that job is being, as all jobs sometimes do, they kind of straggle on, but they're working on finishing that up. So to answer Mr. Salvador's question, the sewer bypass job will be allocated fairly between the Route 9 sewer district, which is correct, dumps into the Queensbury Consolidated, and the Queensbury Consolidated district will pay their fair share. I just want to make one comment. I know we're not discussing financials here, but the reason why the fund balances are going up in the sewer districts is because the town of Queensbury gets me really cheap. I mean, you paid close to $80,000 for the director before me. Now you only pay me $6,000. So there's a reason why the fund balance. I've done a lot of hard work to make sure we're as efficient as we can be. So, you know, that's why the fund balances are going up. I run a very efficient operation to the people I have underneath me, and that's usually my MO. So not a lot of waste in both water and wastewater.
And fund balances are for unforeseen things, and I imagine that it's not too hard to get into a project that costs $200,000, $300,000, or $400,000 to fix and repair. Hopefully, we have none of those, but you have to be ready for that.
Well, I'll just say that when we had a problem with the bypass there in March, the contractor, it was a change order, $41,000. I was able to knock them down due to some things that happened on the job, but that was $41,000. That was just 3 days worth of work. So I will say you want money in that sewer system because it is a wet, lousy, sewers were not meant to be put there.
Can you explain the number of units?
Yes, primarily we use the benefit roll to find out how much the indebtedness to pay for that, okay? We have two things. We have sewer rents, which pays for the O&M, okay? And then we also have the benefit tax, which pays for the debt service. It's fairly very simple. We base everything on acres, how many acres you have. And then we break it down if you're residential or if you're commercial, okay? Commercial pays a greater share than the residential. In addition to that, water usage is a part of the commercial aspect, okay? So the more water you use, which goes down the drain, you will pay more. So again, if you get a greater benefit for the asset, you will pay more. There are also a couple caveats in there. If you have wetlands, we don't charge you nearly as much, but we still charge you because you can develop wetlands. You can get a permit from DEC. Very difficult, but it's still developable. And there's a couple of caveats also with years ago, there's a couple of parcels in the Queensbury Consolidated District or Quaker Road that could not hook up to the sewer, so they got a break on that. So there's a couple of caveats, but primarily it's acreage, okay? Broken down to residential or commercial, how much you benefit. We all know commercial wants, sewer. We're experiencing it now, where developers want that. So they pay more than your average residential. So that's pretty much the benefit tax in a nutshell. All but one districts have the same kind of formula. South Queensbury is very different than Route 9. South Queensbury, its own different animal, but primarily they're all the same based on acreage.
Any questions for Chris? Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Anybody else like to speak to the Consolidated Sanitary Sewer District Benefit Tax Rule, which is the number of units assigned to each piece of property? All right, seeing none, is there a resolution to adopt the Queensbury Consolidated Sanitary Sewer District Benefit Tax Rule? Yeah, I'll close the public hearing, thank you.
And I'll introduce.
And introduced by Councilman Medavere, seconded by Councilman Clements. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Medavere?
Yes.
Mr. Clemens?
Yes.
Mr. Irish?
Yes.
Mr. Van Ness?
Yes.
Mr. Stroud?
Yes. All right, next public hearing item, 1.2, Caroline, please.
This is a resolution adopting Route 9 Sanitary Sewer District Benefit Tax Roll for 2016.
Okay, this is the Route 9 Sanitary Sewer District. Number of units assigned to each property. I'll open the public hearing on the Route 9 Sanitary Sewer District Benefit Tax Roll for 2016. Any member of the public wish to speak to this? Seeing none, any concerns or other matters you wish to speak to in reference to this resolution on behalf of the town board? Okay, I'll close the public hearing. Introduced by Councilman Medavere, seconded by Councilman Clements.
What is that, Bill?
I think maybe Councilman Van Ness.
Yep.
All right, seconded by Councilman Van Ness, so roll call vote, please.
Mr. Clemens?
Yes.
Mr. Irish?
Yes.
Mr. Van Ness?
Yes.
Mr. Stroud?
Yes.
Mr. Medavere?
Yes.
Resolution passes. Thank you, Caroline. Resolution 1.3, we also have a public hearing on tonight. Caroline, please.
Resolution adopting South Queensbury Avenue Sanitary Sewer District Benefit Tax Roll for 2016.
Okay, this is Queensbury Avenue Sanitary Sewer District Benefit Tax Roll for 2016. I'll open the public hearing. Any member of the public wish to speak to number of units assigned to this district? Seeing none, any on behalf of the town board? Seeing none, resolution adopting,
Close the public hearing?
a closed public hearing, resolution adopting, introduced by Councilman Medavere, seconded by Councilman Irish. A roll call vote, please, Caroline.
Mr. Irish?
Yes.
Mr. Van Ness?
Yes.
Mr. Stroud?
Yes.
Mr. Medavere?
Yes.
Mr. Clemens?
Yes.
All right, one more.
This is a resolution adopting West Queensbury Sanitary Sewer District Benefit Tax Roll for 2016.
Okay. I'll open the public hearing on West Queensbury Sanitary Sewer District Benefit Tax Roll for 2016. Any member of the public wish to speak to this? Seeing none, town board member? Seeing none, resolution to adopt?
Close public.
Close public hearing, resolution to adopt. Councilman Medavere, Councilman Van seconded. Roll call vote, please. Caroline?
Mr. Vaness.
Yes.
Mr. Stroud.
Yes.
Mr. Medavere.
Yes.
Mr. Clemens.
Yes.
Mr. Irish.
Yes.
Resolution passes. Thank you, Caroline. Okay, next is, we'll have a privilege of the floor for those that want to speak to any of the resolutions. We have 8 resolutions tonight. We have agendas up here. If you wish to come up and grab one, you're welcome. And I will go through and briefly explain each resolution. If you have any questions or concerns about any of the resolutions, I will have a privilege of the floor for you to have that opportunity. Okay, here are the resolutions. Resolution 3.1, Caroline.
Right. This is the resolution authorizing award of contract for administration of Town of Queensbury's deferred compensation plan to Massachusetts Life Insurance Company, Mass Mutual.
All right, this is a deferred compensation plan. It does not cost the town anything. It's something for the employees. The employees have their own committee. Every 5 years, they do an RFP to see if there's anybody else that they would like to have do their, it's like a 401K. And they decided to stay with Massachusetts Life Insurance Company, Mass Mutual. Resolution 3.2.
Resolution increasing petty cash allotment in tax receiver's office.
All right. The $100 increase from 200 to 300 because 200 was not enough. So we're allocating the petty cash to 300 in order to better process water payments. Resolution 3.3.
The resolution order setting public hearing concerning proposed formation of Exit 18 Overlay Water District Extension Number 50 to Queensbury Consolidated Water District to serve 3 properties in the town of Queensbury where town water service currently exists to serve or benefit such properties.
And this is where Superintendent Chris Harrington and this town board are being proactive. We know that there's interested parties in making some pretty significant development along Exit 18. So we need to extend the sewer. We're working on that. We also need to extend the water district to areas where we feel fairly confident that they will be developing. This extends those properties that we believe should be in the Exit 18 overlay district. This makes them part of that water district. That's resolution 3.3. Resolution 3.4.
It's resolution to amend 2015 budget.
All right, this is some shuffling of budgetary items. We recently had receiver of taxes in the town clerk's office needed additional training with a utility conversion. And so we are shuffling $3,000 into that department for that purpose because it didn't exist before. It was an unforeseen. We're shuffling $3,500 into vital stat share. This is actually beyond budget. We did budget it for it, but the cost came in a little bit more than we anticipated. $3,500 more is what we're putting in the budget. Because the vital stat share deals with the number of deaths in your town. Well, that's hard to predict. Unfortunately, we've had more than we anticipated. $1,000 into animal control office for cages, bite gloves, other equipment needed by animal control, and also some of the stuff that the second person who's helping out our animal control officer needs. So we put $1,000 into that account. $1,000 into a district taxation advice. This deals with the sewer. The sewer did not have anything budgeted for legal work, and we've had legal work for the sewer district. So we put $1,000 into that to cover potential legal expenses, and another $8,000 into sewer cleaning. Unanticipated, but we needed to clean up the Main Street sewer to make sure it is spick and span and all set to go. And so that's $8,000 there. It was an unbudgeted item. It was something that needed to be done though. All right, that's resolution 3.4. Resolution 3.5.
Resolution setting public hearing on proposed local law number of 2015 to amend Queensbury Town Code, Chapter 179, zoning, Section 179-3-040, B2A1, to change residential setback and office zone along Bay Road from 300 to 600 feet, and Section 179-12-010A3 to allow plan unit development, PUD, in office zones.
All right, this is to set the public hearing for September 14th, 7 p.m. here in this room. And again, this board's being proactive in dealing with a sewer infrastructure problem and in dealing with the kinds of development we like to see along the Bay Road corridor. So we're doing this comprehensively, as in one package, not piecemeal, as in one thing, so it's not segmented. We would like to allow a PUD. A PUD is a planned unit development. We would allow this to happen in our office zones because it allows for greater flexibility, not only on behalf of the developer, but other developers. There might be more than one developer. Better assuring coordination of diverse uses, public amenities like sidewalks, public spaces, landscaping, maintenance, and overall design. We're also proposing to increase the no residential zone setback. It's currently 300 feet along Bay Road. We're proposing to make that 600 feet along Bay Road. This will better accommodate commercial development, which is the preferred type of development in that part of Bay Road, in the Bay Road office design area. And it is also a response to and it will bring commercial jobs. It will help reduce taxes and less likely to strain the capacity of the current Bay Road sewer and traffic infrastructures. So we're setting a public hearing for this on September 14th. That's all this resolution is doing, is setting the public hearing.
Mr. Supervisor Kent,
Yes.
the town clerk pointed out that we had and still open public hearing for about just the PUD portion.
Yeah.
And now we have this, so maybe you want to close that one because now we've got a combined new one, just to formally
All right,
close it.
I'll close that one since we're gonna have a public hearing.
It's still going to do with PUDs. We got to give the same notice because we have other things.
All right, or I could wait till after the resolution passes.
Okay, sorry.
And then close the public.
Just mentioning.
Yeah, it's a good thought, a
Okay.
valid thought. A resolution 3.6, Caroline, please.
Resolution approving audited bills warrant of August 18, 2015.
Okay, this town board can't pay the bills until they approve their payment. And this is a warrant of bills with a run date of August 13th and payment date of August 18th, totaling $612,924.72. Resolution 3.7.
This is a revised resolution authorizing establishment of deputy town clerk 3 position and appointment of Tammy Landers.
All right, our town clerk, Caroline Barber, asked that we make Tammy Landers a deputy town clerk 3 because she's very important to her office. She does a lot of important work in her office, and so she would like to make this appointment. This establishes that full-time position for her. She will assist the town clerk and deputy town clerks 1 and 2 in the performance of their duty, along with any other assigned duties. The annual salary will be $36,441.60, exactly what she's making now, anyway. And it also abolishes the clerk in the town clerk's department, okay? So that's resolution 3.7. Resolution, and the last one, 3.8, Caroline, please.
Resolution setting public hearing on Bay Ridge Rescue Squad's Inc. proposal to purchase ambulance and use tax exempt financing for such purchase.
Okay, this resolution is setting the public hearing. for September 14th. There will be a public hearing on this. Bay Ridge Rescue Squad would like to purchase a new ambulance, a 2016 Medics ambulance to replace its 2007 Horton ambulance and the 2005 Chevy Blazer Medic truck. For the approximate purchase price not to exceed $140,331. The proceeds of the sales of the squad's replaced apparati, because there's 2 of them, would be placed against the principal in the new proposed ambulance. They're proposing $121,000 maximum amount of tax-exempt financing in a 7-year term for the Adirondack Trust Company to finance this proposed ambulance purchase. We will conduct a public hearing on September 14th. This resolution is setting the public hearing date for September 14th. Those are the resolutions.
And John, I might just add in 3, I know we're gonna, just setting a public hearing, but I think it's important, the public knows that their intent is to do this with no increase in their budget as well. In Bay
What's
Ridge,
that?
Bay Ridge West Squad.
Oh, right. This
increase
is
in their
coming
budget.
out of their current budget.
current budget,
Yes,
correct.
very good point.
Correct.
Okay, any member of the public wish to speak to any of the resolutions I just briefly reviewed? Yes, George?
George Winters, 4 John Clennon Road. 3.3, did you set a meeting for that, public meeting?
Yeah, that's what it is, it's setting the public hearing
Yeah, when's that gonna be?
September 14th.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what that resolution does, is set a public hearing to talk about it.
okay, I didn't hear that one, thank you.
Okay. John?
Resolution 3.5, setting the public hearing for the zoning change.
Yes?
Presumably you'll be preparing secret documents?
Yes, we have prepared secret documents already. They're attached to the resolution. They're already prepared and available to the public.
They're prepared at this time.
Yes.
Who prepared those?
Stu Baker.
Okay. Has consideration been given to the potential change in property value as a result of this?
I don't remember that specifically in part 1. I mean, but
other
I
thing
think what we're
are,
proposing will enhance property values
Whose property?
in general.
Depends on which side of the fence you're on.
Well, if you're living in Bay Ridge and you're one of those units that's there, you probably like this program and probably will help increase your property values. So you're right, I guess it matters.
Well, it depends on whose property, but I think it has to be
Bay Ridge.
part of the seeker report, is my point, how it goes.
Well, I don't remember it specifically,
Okay.
but I can reread it, John, and get
The other
back to
thing
you.
is the impact on our utilities, be them infrastructure like roads, water, sewer. Has that been evaluated?
Yes,
Alternatives?
yes, yes,
It
and,
will be evaluated
and I
by
will-
the town board before they pass it.
and I will give a presentation
Or
to that on
consider.
September 14th and speak to that.
Can the public participate in that?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else like to speak to any of the resolutions being proposed tonight? Seeing none. Town board, any questions, concerns on any of the resolutions? Any of the resolutions you would like to pull for a roll call vote? Okay, I'll close the public hearing. I'm just gonna say it to be on the safe side.
Oh, you're closing.
You know, if I say it, then you can't say I didn't say it. All right, so, I'm assuming the Is there anybody willing to put forward a motion of support for resolutions 3.1 through 3.8?
I'll move it. A second.
Moved by Councilman Irish, seconded by Councilman Van Ness. Roll call vote on resolutions 3.1 through 3.8.
Mr. Stroud?
Yes.
Mr. Medivir?
Yes.
Mr. Clemens?
Yes.
Mr. Irish?
Yes.
Mr. Van Ness?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Any correspondence?
How about that public hearing? Should we close that public hearing that we left open prior
Oh,
on that?
yeah. Let's close the public hearing on the PUD that was set forth by itself, now that we put it in a comprehensive package program. I'll close that public. November 14th, there'll be a public hearing on the whole package.
Perfect. I do have the monthly report from, the Director of Building and Code, Dave Hatton. That's it.
Okay? All right. Now it's privilege of the floor. Any member of the public to speak to the board, request, ask, share concerns, and any town matter, any town matter. Is there any member of the public that would like to come forward? Don't shock me, John. Come on, come on.
You recall, about a year ago, we had a discussion about potentially limiting the parking along Alexi Lane. And it didn't seem to go anywhere. Nothing was done. No resolution was reached. In that discussion, I recommended that if we were to restrict the parking on Alexi Lane, we should restrict it on the south, that would be the west side of the road.
Where the mailboxes are?
Pardon me?
Where the mailboxes are?
Yes. Now we have people for no good reason whatsoever. There's plenty of parking all over, but they're parking, obstructing the mailboxes. And today we had mail that should have been picked up and was not, and mail that maybe we should have received and was not, because it wouldn't stop.
People park right in front of the mailbox?
Not right in front, but enough such that the vehicle that delivers the mail couldn't park properly to reach the mailbox.
Okay.
Would have necessitated the postman leaving the vehicle, and they didn't. They drove away. Front page news on the 5th. Post-Star article, sewage taints state's waters. I hope you read that,
Yes,
okay? I have a copy for you
yeah.
tonight. In any case, it's directed to our problem we have here with the city of Glens Falls and the town of Queensbury, where we're discharging sewage to the Hudson River. And it talks about that. So, in any case, then the city council had a meeting, and they're applying for grant money, $1 million in State Environmental Facilities Corporation grant funding for a sewer infrastructure improvement project on Ridge and Harrison Streets. I don't think that improvement they're planning on Ridge and Harrison Streets going to do anything to solve the problem of Queensbury's sewage going sometimes directly to the Hudson River. Okay? Nothing the city has done in recent years to improve their infrastructure is alleviating this problem. And right now, the only thing that can alleviate that problem is new sewer lines to the sewage treatment plant. Okay?
Okay, thank you, John.
As was recommended by the EPA in 1984.
Thank you. Anybody else in the public like to speak to the board? George? Anybody else first? Okay, go ahead, George.
Yeah. I just want to comment on Dixon Road, new road.
Yeah,
That's a beautiful job. And I gotta say that the speed limit's been reduced and they put that beautiful road in there. It's kinda hard to go 35 now. Thank you.
Well, Councilman Irish is keeping an eye on that.
The guys with the red lights will keep you on.
Well, in a couple of weeks, you're likely to see nobody using the road for 2 weeks.
Are you taking a roundabout out?
No, I like your sense of humor, George. No, the culvert, the Halfway Brook culvert is failing. And so we're likely to do, we've been looking and studying that, and it's getting worse, and it's got us very worried. So we're investigating, doing an emergency replacement, I should say, on that. So, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else in the public like to speak to the town board? Seeing none? Town board discussions, Tony? Anything? Ryan?
Just had a letter that I wanted to read that we got from the New York State Department of Transportation regarding the speed limit request at Country Club Road. Basically, they said that they are going to deny that, but I'll read the letter here because it's pretty short. Dear Mr. Tennyson, and Jeff Tennyson is the Superintendent of Public Works in Warrensburg for the county. This is in response to your letter of April 9th to this office requesting a review of the speed limit on Country Club Road, County Road 66 in the town of Queensbury. Currently, there's a 45-mile speed limit posted on Country Club Road between Aviation Road, Route 254, and Round Pond Road, County Route 17. We conducted an investigation of this road and have determined that a reduction in the posted speed limit is not warranted at this time. As you're aware, the 85th percentile speed is the standard value used by most traffic engineers across the country when setting a speed limit. Included in our investigation, we took radar measurements of vehicle speeds and found the 85th percentile speed to be 47 miles per hour. National studies and our own experience has found that simply reducing the posted speed limit will have little to no effect in reducing the operating speed of most motorists without aggressive and continual enforcement. Thank you for your interest in traffic safety. If you have any questions, please call William Northup of this office. I've had some other people ask about reducing speeds also in other areas of town. I'm sorry to hear this from the New York State Department, but
Well, especially since the bike trail goes through there.
and along that road.
Yeah, I would think
and-
that any road would merit a speed reduction. It's that one because there's so many people using it, families, et cetera. Oh, well.
It's interesting too, Brian, because they have the same attitude about stop signs. If you remember last year, we talked about stop signs on Wintergreen, Lupine, Arbutus Drive, and they made it clear that stop signs aren't a traffic regulator to slow traffic down. That's not what their main purpose is, and they have the same attitude about stop signs.
That's it.
Okay. Councilman Irish?
I'm good.
Councilman Van Ness?
I'm good.
Okay. I've got just a couple things. First of all, I'm thinking, I need to thank Dan Steck, Assemblyman Steck, and the people in his office, and Senator Little and the people in her office. There's been a large number of issues that have come up, and I've made phone calls and emails to the appropriate state folks and not getting anything returned. But, you know, so I'll take some of my issues to Assemblyman Stack and Senator Little and people in their offices, and I get a response. As you know, I'm just one example. I could give you a list: Ridge Road, E-collection. E-collection is something that finally, after you know, Dan Steck and Betty Little's office rang some bells, I had some phone calls. And people, yes, what is it, Mr. Stroud? Yes, okay. Well, e-collection, you know, it says in New York state law that manufacturers are to provide a collection process for counties and all towns exceeding 10,000, and we're a town of 30,000. And we recently had an individual who was doing it as part of a business, collecting TVs and computers and so forth, electronic equipment, and all of a sudden the price per pound fell, and he couldn't stay alive in his business. Now we have no collection, but the law says the manufacturers are responsible for this. We know, Mr. Stroud, this is a problem all over New York State. I said, okay, it's a problem here in Queensbury, it's a problem here in Warren County, and I'd like you to help me to fix it. So they're going to try and link me up with what they call a collective. Collectives are organizations secured by manufacturers to do their collection of e-waste, e-stuff. So I'll wait that phone call. But I want to point out how helpful they have been in helping Queensbury solve Queensbury problem. Okay, other things. Here is an article, and it's the best lakes in all 50 states. All right, I don't give you two guesses. Which state is considered to be the best lake in New York State? Or which lake in New York State is considered to be the best? Is that your final guess? Glen Lake has come a long way, and it is beautiful, but Lake George is the winner. So I thought that was interesting.
So we want to thank all the residents in Lake George that voted in that online poll.
Also, I sent a letter out, and so I want to share it with the public too, and it's to Matt Ball, who's the owner of Matt's Landscaping and Stonescaping LLC. I said, "Dear Matt, on behalf of the residents of the town of Queensbury, I wish to thank you and the others in your firm, Matt's Landscaping and Stonescaping, for their generous assistance in planting the tree in memory of Sylvia Dewar." Thank you. It's very nice. Fire Marshal's activity report has been filed as well. 42 commercial inspections, 39 commercial re-inspections, life safety inspections 14, 329 phone calls. So our town people stay very busy keeping you safe. So I just wanted to bring that monthly report to your attention, and that's it for me, folks. Okay, anything else for the good of the order?
Mr. Stroud, before, one more. You should know that the issue concerning the town boundaries has been assigned to Judge Krogman. Okay. My issue with the
You
town,
the one that's on all the official maps? You know, there was an incident that occurred on Speaker Heck the other day, and I thought to myself, well, that's in the town of Queensbury. You know? So,
anyway,
right
who got
here.
called? Who got called to assist?
To what? Speaker Heck?
Town of Bolton?
No, town of Queensbury.
In
All right.
any case, it's been assigned to Judge Krogman, okay?
Yes. Okay, John, thanks. All right. I do have an executive session item. And so, and the executive session item is that discussions with our union and their contracts and so forth has been initiated. So I want to share with the town board some of their thoughts, and I can go into executive session for that purpose. If I have a motion to do so.
I'll move it.
Moved by Councilman Clements, seconded by Councilman Irish. All those in favor of moving into executive session, say aye. We are not making any motions, we're not doing any voting. As a matter of fact, I expect the executive session to be relatively short at this point in time because it's early on in the process. And so we'll come out of executive session and we'll adjourn. We're gonna go over to the supervisor's conference room for that purpose. Okay. Thank you all for attending.
This program is underwritten by the generous support of Stored Tech, technology solutions for computers, networks, and phone. Stored Tech, your technology, our passion.
To be successful in today's business climate, it's more important than ever to partner with a technology company who can provide a comprehensive portfolio of voice data and video services and equipment. With over 50 years experience, Stored Tech is ready to assist you with all phases of planning, designing, budgeting, installing, and maintaining your communications and technology infrastructure, allowing scalability as your business grows and changes over time. Stored Tech, your technology, our passion.